Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On this video we're going to be discussing about Fiverr for freelancers, where we'll be talking about the review and guide to success in 2021. Fiverr is actually a great place for a side hustle or even to earn as a full-time income. It is even better than Upwork to me, or freelancer.com, or many other freelance aggregators, whereby they offer same thing as Fiverr does. The most important aspect of being a freelancer on Fiverr is building your gig. Buyer have plenty of choice on Fiverr, either to choose your gig or not, because there are 10,000s of service providers or more. So how do you make sure your gig get the most clicks and order? That will definitely depend on how you optimize your gig or your profile, which is what we are going to be discussing about. It's pretty disheartening when you create a gig and there's virtual no response. But the truth is, you can make money on Fiverr. You just have to prime your gig for success. If you are starting from scratch, there is a way to make your gig stand out above your competitors or the rest sellers. Even if you already got a Fiverr account already and have set up your first gig, there are always a room for improvement. So you can use this tip that I'm going to share with you to make a better profile and a gig. On this first note, which is going to be the first step that we're going to look into, that will be finding your ideal Fiverr subcategory and services. What I mean by this is that what type of service that you want to render on Fiverr. So let me head up to Fiverr so we get started from there, then we move on to the next. When you are joining Fiverr as a seller, the first thing they tell you is to create a gig after you have set up a profile. But before you pick the first category that pop up into your head, take time to work out your ideal niche and the service you are going to offer. To do that, you are going to look at Fiverr the way a buyer would. You can do that easily by clicking the buyer link to navigate to menu, which I'm going to perform now. And after that, then the menu button at the top will be okay. Let me just do this, and let's say we are looking for a website designer or WordPress. No, let's say website developer. Okay, let me do this way. WordPress website design. Okay, WordPress. Okay, let me do this. On this page we already have 92,558 gigs on this with this keyword here. I want you to know that Fiverr on this page, there is no way, if you look into this gig that are showing on this page, the gig that are showing on this page is less than 100 gigs. Let's now say we are having 92,000 gigs on this page. 92,000 gigs on this page. Fiverr will not show all the gigs that they claim that it's showing on this page. Fiverr will not show all the gigs. The last page you can only see is, I think it's 32 or 30. Let's do this. It's 32 or 30 gigs that can be shown. 30 pages, sorry. I just want to show you to see what I'm talking about. See. Yeah, I just want to go to the last page so that you will see what I'm actually talking about. Because if your gig is not showing on the first page to like fifth page, it for you to get another or a message, that will be very slim. It will be very slim because great. It's not even up to 30 anymore. I just click on the 26th page now. They are showing no more gig. No more gig. No more gig. Really? And they claim that 92,000 gigs are showing. Not even 95. Not even. Hey, this is serious. Not even page 20, 25. Let's say 23, sorry. 23 now. Okay. The last page is 22. Let's now say maybe 100 gigs are showing on each page. Let me multiply it and see. Let's say 100 gig was showing on each page. Okay. 100 multiplied by 22. That is 2,200 gigs. They are showing only 2,200 gigs. Where are the others? That will be what we are going to be looking about. So you need to optimize your gig. You need to find your best category, because if you are not choosing the best category for your gig, definitely your gig will be part of the gig that will be lost in, that nobody will ever see your gig, just like the others that we are not seeing. Because I can even say, let's say 2,200 I'll be deducting it, divide like 2,200 minus 92,558. That means almost 90,000 gigs are lost in. We are unable to see 90,000 gigs. Where are they? Where are they? Nobody sees that. Nobody sees those gigs. So you need to find a best category that describe your service. You need to choose the best category that describe your service. You can't just choose any gig. So you need to look into Fiverr the way buyers. Just take yourself as a buyer that you are ordering something on Fiverr. I don't know if you are getting me. Just take yourself as a buyer that you are ordering something on Fiverr. So you type in like keywords that you think buyer will definitely search or put into Fiverr to look for a service. So let's say, for instance, like we type in here WordPress website design. You see all these gigs that we are seeing. So I'm trying to move back to the first page and say, so we look into some gigs there, like 2 gigs there. We proceed on the next, because I think there is a lot to cover up. So I'll just quickly round up everything without taking much of your time. Okay, so we can start from the second page here. Second page is not bad too. Then let's click on this gig. Okay, how we build professional WordPress website design or blog. Okay, let's click on this gig. You see here, this seller is having 5 orders in queue after 13 feedback from previous buyers, and I'm very sure she would have made some other sales as well, but maybe they decide not to drop a feedback regarding the service. And you see here, the seller choose programming and tech, which is the best category. Then WordPress. You can see here the keywords in the gig title also comprise of WordPress website design, which I already put on this page. You see here, which I already put on this page, which is WordPress website design. So you see here, WordPress website design or blog, full website creation. So you need to take your time and do this before proceeding on anything. You need to choose the best category that describe what you are offering. Then the second thing that we are going to look into will be checking out your competitors, like the gig I just checked now. If you are into WordPress website design, these are the type of gig that you need to look into, see what they are doing different. You see here, this seller is using a gig video that well explain how the service would look like and what buyer will definitely get after they place an order. You see here, WordPress professional WordPress design. You can see here, this is a professional gig. This is a professional gig. So let's move in here and see some preview to these are the feedback from the buyers. Then let's look into the feedbacks too from the buyers. You see this feedback. These are unique feedbacks that buyers are explaining their thoughts and their experience with the seller. So which is the best way to rank your gig, because these are the things that will trigger Fiverr and see that this service, people are really in love with it. So definitely they will put it at exact place that buyer will definitely find a gig. So I think that's that. I don't need to discuss much about that. Then the next thing will be creating an appealing title. What I mean by appealing title is your gig title. This is short. This gig title is short and well optimized, because the seller said, I will build professional WordPress website design or blog. This is perfect. This is perfect. If you just input this kind of keywords in your gig title, Fiverr will tell you that just perfect. So these are the things that you need to look into. You can't just bunch in keywords that are not relevant. Let's check on this page. You see here, you see this second gig too. I will convert PSD to WordPress website design. I will build responsive WordPress website design. I will create WordPress website design and development. These are very perfect. These are very, very perfect. They are not stocked with keywords or all other keywords. So these are the things you need to take a look at before you proceed to create any gig. So that's that. Then you should move on to the next, which will be your subcategory and tags. As I will be using this gig as an example throughout this video. So this is subcategory, which is full website creation. Sorry, this is category, this is subcategory, and this is subcategory. Sorry, and this is category, which is WordPress, and this is subcategory, which is full website creation. Now let's look into the tags. Let's look into the tags. So below here we will find the tags. Here, this is the tags. You can see here the seller has WordPress blogs, build website, website creation, website design, WordPress website. You can see on all these tags, they are appearing on the gig title as well, which they are perfect. They go along each other. I don't know, maybe you are getting what I'm trying to point out. All these keywords, all these tags are appearing on the gig title. So definitely Fiverr will consider this gig as a perfect gig. The next step we are going to look into is create and price your gig, your Fiverr gig package. So let's look at the price. You will see this seller price is different from others. On this premium package. The seller said, I will build 10 pages professional, attractive, and premium WordPress website plus e-commerce features. You see, the basic standard page says 5 pages different, so it will entails all these things, but instead of 10 pages, this will be 5, and this one will be 2 pages. Then let's check on other gigs and see. Let's check on this one. If you are just starting on Fiverr or as a new seller, I will prefer you start from less than $30 or $50. It has a reason, because a new seller cannot be comparing with a level 2 seller, because buyer will definitely trust them over a name seller. You can see here, these are the things you need to look into when you are creating your own service on Fiverr. And then I will try to look into your gig description as well. So let's look into this gig description and see what this seller explained through and why buyer are really purchasing this service. So let's start from what you get. So you see, highly professional. You see how this seller explained the gig description. So you see this niche, the niche in which we can highly design web design. So this blog, professional website, businesses, e-commerce portfolios, and education. These are what people are really doing. So I don't see any other thing that people would like to purchase. So people will definitely order this service because it covers what they will definitely need. And I would like to look into the visual, which will be gig video. You see this gig here, it has a video in which most buyer will definitely watch this video before they even move to the gig description. So, and some buyers, if they have watched this gig video, they won't even bother to read the gig description, because it will also cover what they will be reading on the gig description too. So I'll advise you to have a gig video on your gig service that explain what you are going to offer the buyer and what they will get after they purchase your service. So the next thing I just want to round up this video within like 25 minutes or less, so that I won't take much of your time, and I want it to be effective as well. So in case you want to take a step from this video, so then the next step I would like to look into is marketing your gig. So marketing your gig, there are some various social media platforms that you can promote your gig, which are Facebook, Twitter, and Quora as well. It doesn't matter if they will be purchasing your service through these social media pages, but to drive traffic to your gig so that Fiverr will know that people are clicking, you are promoting your gig, you are promoting your service on another platform, that you are not depending on the platform alone. You are trying your best to get buyers or order from external source apart from Fiverr. So you need to market your gig. Tell people what they will definitely get if they buy your service on Fiverr. Give them an assurance and 100% money back if they are not satisfied with your service. So doing competitive research in advance help you create a gig that designed to appeal to your target buyers, and promoting your gig to your own network and beyond extent is to reach and attract more businesses. There are some people that offer service on Fiverr here and also have their own website because they want to build a brand regarding their service. So I like that too. And also there are some graphic designers who offer service on Fiverr and also offer service on Instagram too. So there is a way in which they do it, and some buyers might found them on Instagram, and maybe due to the trust, they did not want to order the service on Instagram, so they will prefer using the Fiverr. So in that case, some sellers will just refer them um to their Fiverr profile, and the buyer will be able to satisfy with that, then proceed and order a service through the method. So I think I have looked into most of the tactics that you need to look into when creating your gigs. And also, what I think I don't actually look into is setting up the profile. Well, I think that should be necessary too, but what's really important is the gig, because if your gig is not ranking and you take your time to optimize your Fiverr profile, it doesn't look or make sense to me. But of course, look at this, the seller profile. This is well perfect, and she definitely explained what she's going to do and what and as experience as well, which is last 6 years of experience in the field. So she has a lot of experience in website design, which is very cool. 6 years is very cool, and also an SEO expert and digital marketer agency. So these are the things you need to discuss about when you are creating your service. So buyer will definitely have trust in someone or a freelancer they are trying to hire, and also at the end they can build the seller and buyer can build a relationship even more than or beyond the Fiverr platform. So I think I have discussed a lot that you need to take look into, and if you think there is actual thing that you are confused on or you want me to discuss about, you can let me know through the comment box, and I'll be very much than happy to discuss about it. So thank you for watching.